and Post-its in front of you. I like to start each class with setting an intention of what you want to get from this class, maybe something you want to leave in this room, maybe something you want to meditate on or focus on during this practice. So if you want to place that in front of you for a reminder, write something down, or fold it up, put it away, get it out of your system, do what you need. Maybe think about something you want to write down. Go ahead and write it down. I have another pen here if anybody needs it, but pass those around. Yeah. I like your pants. Setting an intention helps me to stay grounded and focused throughout the entirety of my practice. Hi, welcome in. This is like totally free if you want to go ahead and grab that. We're just setting an intention, passing around some pen and paper to try to create a focus for what we want to get from our class today. We're going to start in a seated position. I like to place either a blanket or a block under my seat to elevate my spine. So once you found that intention, find a comfortable seated position. I like to start my class with connecting to your breath. When you feel ready, close your eyes. Think about that intention that you set. Notice how your body feels right now. Maybe you're not having the best morning. Maybe you're having a great morning. Notice that. Sit in your body. I offer an essential oil spray at the start of every class to kind of zen everyone out. If you'd like to use this essential oil spray, I'll have you face your palms towards the ceiling and I'll come around and spray it. If you don't want this essential oil spray anywhere near you, keep your palms face towards your knees. I'll come around and talk you through some breathing. Feel your breath expanding from the inside of your stomach, filling up over your chest, picking up your entire body. I like to picture my breath as one color as it enters my body and as a different color as it exits. What color is your breath? Notice it filling up your lungs. Notice it exiting your body. Notice the temperature of the room around you. Feel yourself grounded here. Once again, connecting with your breath and your intention, take one more deep breath in this seated position and exhale audibly. When you're ready, you can remove that mat or block from under your stomach, not stomach, butt, and we're gonna roll over to all fours. Once we're on all fours, we're meeting our toes, bringing our knees wide and stretching it out long for child's pose. In child's pose, we're feeling ourselves melt into the mat, feeling our hips, feeling our back. Maybe your lower spine feels this stretch. We're going to walk our hands over to the right side for a side body stretch. If you'd like to take this a little deeper, you can place your left hand on top of your right. Couple rounds of breath here. Excellent. Walk your hands through center to walk them over to the left side. If you'd like to take a deeper stretch, place one hand on top of the other. Breathe through the side body stretch. Walk your hands out to center. We're going to move up to all fours again, so pull yourself over your wrists and knees. We're going to be moving through some cat-cows here, so we're lowering our stomach, pushing our heart through our shoulders, and rounding the back the opposite way. Pushing that heart through the shoulders, and rounding the opposite way. Once again, heart space pushes through the shoulders, and then round through that back for cat pose. Maybe you take some free-flowing movement. Maybe you wag your tail. Maybe you move your hips side to side. Maybe you take some hip circles. Do what you need. You're only as young as your spine is. Get it woken up how you need. After that free-flowing movement, we're going to bend our elbows slightly so that we're lower to the ground. We're going to take an almost feline movement, taking some shoulder circles, bending one elbow and then the other, like a big old cat. Coming back up, straightening those arms. We're going to take our fingers out towards the sides of the room and sway between our wrists here. Wake up those wrists, get them ready to hold our body weight. If you'd like to take this a step further, you can bring your hands so they're facing back towards your knees and sway front and back. Just waking up those wrists, do what your body needs. Walk those hands back to neutral. We're going to tuck those back toes here and lift our heels 2 inches off the ground to hover and engage that core. Tuck those toes and hover. Still breathing. Feel that core engagement here. Feel yourself grounded and release. Excellent. Keep those toes tucked. We're going to push back into downward dog now. Lift your knees and push back. Still breathing here. Walk through your dog, bending one leg and then the other. Walking that dog, pedaling those feet. Find stillness in that full downward dog. We're going to walk our hands up to meet our feet into a forward fold. We're folded here. Let your head hang heavy. Maybe you add a slight bend to your knees and grab for your elbows. Allow yourself to hang. Excellent. Release those arms. We're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time with a slight bend in our knees. Rolling up, starting now, slow and controlled. Shoulders and head arrive last. Roll your shoulders back, ground through mountain pose, face your palms out, shine your light. Excellent. We're going to take a deep breath in and meet our hands up at the top for candlestick fingers. They're meeting here. The motion's going to be an inhale in center and exhale to stretch to one side. Inhaling to center, stretching to the opposite side. We're inhaling, stretch to that side. Inhale, other side. Inhale, side. Inhale, and the other side. Come back to center. Exhale, release your arms. Roll your shoulders back. We're going to walk out to a high plank here. So we're folding over halfway and walking out to a high plank, but not for very long. We're lowering all the way down to the mat for a low cobra. We're going to be inhaling as we push up to a little baby cobra and exhaling as we come back down to the mat. We're inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling. Excellent. Tuck your toes, push up to a high plank, and move back into your downward dog. We're going to come to our tippy toes, look between our hands, and step or hop those feet up to meet our hands. We're in a forward fold again. We're gonna take gorilla pose here, tucking our palms under our feet, adding a slight bend to your knees and your elbows. Allow your head to hang. Gorilla pose. Excellent. Release those hands. We're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time once again, meeting in mountain pose. Excellent. We're going to move into some sun salutations. So we're inhaling. We're going to swan dive over our body. Woo. Either come up halfway to blocks or your shins. We're lifting halfway, lowering back down. Good work. Walk yourself out to a high plank here. Lower either all the way down or halfway for chaturanga. And push into cobra or upward dog. Excellent. While we're here, we're pushing back, tucking those back toes, and moving into down dog again. While we're here, we're lifting our right leg long and threading it through in between our feet, grabbing for a block and placing it under our left hand. Awesome. We're going to extend our right arm long, looking towards the ceiling, and twist to rotate to tap that block. Inhaling. Tap that block. Inhaling. And tap that block. Excellent. Bring your hands to heart center. We're grounding here. You're so strong. Bring your hands up, high crescent lunge. You're so strong. We're grounded. We're breathing. Hands back to heart center. Take a twist and put that elbow on the opposite side of that thigh for a spinal twist. If you'd like to look up towards the ceiling for some extra heat, please do. If you'd want a little more heat, you can extend both arms long. Excellent. Come back to heart center. Arms up. Frame that foot. Get that block out of the way. We're going to step back to downward dog right where we were. Woo! Excellent. Look forward. Come to your tippy toes. Step or hop your feet up to meet your hands. We're in a forward fold. We're coming up with a flat back and our hands are coming to the sky. We're coming up. Hands at heart center. Coming up again and swan diving over our body. Step out to a high plank here. Lower either halfway or all the way for chaturanga or cobra. Coming up. Feel this in your back. Tuck your toes and push back to downward dog. Excellent. This time we're lifting our left leg high and threading it through our feet here. We're placing that block under our right hand this time. We're extending long and curving in to tap that block. Extending long, curving in to tap that block. Extending long and curving in to tap that block. Excellent. Ground through your center here. Bring your hands to heart center. We're coming up to lunge. Hands up for high crescent lunge. You're so strong. Take up space. Bring your hands to heart center. We're taking a twist towards the opposite side now. If you'd like a little extra heat, you can extend both arms long or keep them at heart center. Excellent. Untwist, hands at heart center. Bring them up, high crescent lunge, and place them right next to your foot. Excellent. Place that foot back. We're in downward dog. Look in between your hands. Come up to your tippy toes and step or hop in between your feet. We're going to come up with a flat back, raising high here. Repeating, hands at heart center. And swan diving over the rest of our body. This time we're taking a halfway lift, checking in with our back, lowering back down. Step out to a high plank. Lower halfway or all the way, move into your cobra or upward dog. Tuck your back toes and move into downward dog. Excellent. We're lifting our right leg high again, threading it through our hands. We're going to come up to high crescent lunge right away. Grounding through, we're pulling that right hip or left hip towards the front of the room. Everything's in line. You're so strong. Excellent. We're going to twist that back foot to open to warrior two. We're looking over our front hand, staying strong. We're going to inhale to stretch over our front leg. Lift, and we're stretching back for a reverse warrior. Cartwheel your hands to frame that front foot. Step back into a high plank. Lower through chaturanga. Cobra. Pushing back into downward dog. Oh, hooray. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, lifting that leg high, threading it through our feet, grounding immediately up to crescent lunge. So strong. You're so grounded. Awesome. Twist that back foot to extend. Warrior two, looking over that front leg. Excellent. Lift to reverse. Come forward. Sorry, guys. And then lift to reverse warrior, stretching back, feeling the stretch, the side body. Cartwheeling those hands, framing that foot, moving through chaturanga again. High plank, lowering, cobra. Pushing back to downward dog. Excellent. Look forward. Move your toes high and step in between your feet here. This time, we're going to take a halfway lift, lower, and come all the way back up. Hands at heart center. Excellent. Place one hand on top of your heart, one hand on top of your stomach. Reconnect with your breath here. Reconnect with the intention that you set at the start of class. If you lost sight of it, feel yourself grounded through your feet. Excellent. Release those hands. We're going to twist our right leg out so it's facing towards the side of the room. Bring your hands to heart center or to grab that foot to place it on the inside of your thigh for tree. Maybe your tree has its branches here at heart center. Maybe they're out. Maybe they're here. Maybe they're flowing. Whatever your tree is feeling like today, we're going to try to hold this balance. Excellent. Hands to heart center. Release that leg. Excellent. Shake through those hips. Ground through those legs again. We're bringing the opposite leg out and pulling it up towards the inside of our thigh. For a tree on this side, maybe your branches do something different here. If you'd like an extra balance challenge, you can close your eyes. Excellent. If you grew branches, put your hands at heart center. Release that leg. Both hands to your sides. Roll your shoulders back. We're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Again, rolling down. This time we're heel toeing our feet slightly wider. We're taking a forward fold here, reaching for those elbows, and we're going to sway left to right. Give that lower back some love. Swaying here. Find neutral. Maybe nod your head yes. Nod your head no. Excellent. Add a slight bend to your knees. We're going to roll our way up, one vertebrae at a time. Roll your shoulders back. Bring your heels to face in towards each other so that your feet are facing towards the sides of the room. We're going to bring our hands to heart center. And we're going to drop into a yogi squat. We're just going to drop our hips directly under us and feeling that stretch in the inside of our thighs. We're dropping down here. Whew. You're so strong. If you'd like an extra support, you can place a block under your butt and just sit on it. Do what you need. One deep breath here. And release down to the mat. Excellent. We're going to be rolling onto our back now. We're going to give that lower back some love. I'm focusing on the lower back here today. We're going to be taking those knees, pointing towards the sky, and windshield wiping from side to side. Still breathing. Staying connected to that intention we set at the start of class. Excellent. Bring your knees back, facing towards the ceiling. We're going to take a supported bridge pose. So, first, we're going to place that block either on its medium or highest setting, lifting those hips, placing that block under our hips, and sitting in this supported bridge for a second. If the setting you chose is too much or too little for you, feel free to switch it out. It's your body, it's your practice. Still breathing here. Excellent. Lift those hips high and release that block from under you. We're going to take a couple rounds of bridge here, lifting those hips high, engaging the glutes and core, and lowering back down. We're going to take 3 rounds of bridge, and then the last one we're going to hold. You can either choose to hold a bridge or a wheel, which is a back bend. So we're going to lift up, take a high bridge, lift those hips high, lower back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Lift those hips high. Bridge number 2. Lowering back down. Lifting high, bridge number 3. And lowering back down. This last one, you can either take a bridge and cross your hands under your back to tuck those shoulders under, or you can take a wheel or a back bend and place your hands back behind your ears and push up to stretch that back bend. Take a bridge or back bend here. Breathing. 1 more round of breath. And lower back down. Carefully tuck your neck if you chose to do a wheel. Release down. Excellent work, guys. All right, we are going to take one leg up near our chest here. Hug it into your chest. Give it some love. Notice how this feels in your lower back, in this knee that's hugged close to your chest. Excellent. We are going to try, you don't have to fully extend it, we're going to try to extend this long towards the ceiling with our foot flexed, feeling the stretch in the back of our leg. You don't have to take that full extension, just do what you can. Excellent. Bend that knee again. We're going to take a supine twist, bringing this leg across the body and looking over the opposite shoulder. Breathing into any tightness. We're wringing out that spine. Excellent. Untwist, bring that knee back into your chest and release it long next to the other one. Bring that opposite leg into your chest. Give it some love. Notice how it's feeling on this side. Maybe it's drastically different from the other side. Maybe it doesn't feel any different at all. Notice your body, still breathing. We are going to do the exact same thing we did on the other side. Try to extend that leg long with the foot flexed towards the ceiling. Just do your best. We're just working on some flexibility. No expectations here. Release that foot. We're going to take that knee across our chest for a supine twist, looking over the opposite shoulder, wringing out our spine the other way. Excellent. Untwist. Bring that leg out long. We're going to take a butterfly here. Take your feet together and allow them to melt towards the ground, letting your hips open. Connect with your breath here. Feel your knees melting towards the ground. Sometimes hip opening stretches can bring up an emotional response. Continue breathing. Notice those thoughts as they pass through your brain. Excellent. Close those knees. Heel toe those feet slightly wider towards the outside edges of your mat. This time we're dropping those knees in towards each other for a counter stretch. Bring your arms out long. We're going to give ourselves a hug with the right arm on top. Hug yourself. We're here for some self-love. One more deep breath here. Excellent. Arms out long. We're crossing the left arm on top this time, hugging, evening out both sides. Excellent. Release everything long. Grab for your blocks or your blanket. There's a couple ways you can do this. If you have two blocks, you can place them in a T position with this one on the middle setting and this one on the lowest setting. We're going to be laying over it like this. Instead of the block under your head, you can use a blanket as well, or a sweatshirt or something just to support your head. We're going to be taking supported fish pose, placing those blocks under our spine. This one goes in between our shoulder blades. This one supports our head. Laying over it, we're going to breathe into the tightness here. Allow that shoulder and upper back release. Your legs are extended long. Your arms are extended long by your sides. If you'd like to bring them into some snow angels or just high above your head, do what feels good for you. Supported fish pose. Still breathing here. Remember your intention. Let yourself melt into the mat. Feel your back. Notice if it's uncomfortable. Take a deep breath. Push yourself up to remove those blocks out from under you. Laying back down. We're going to take waterfall pose. So we're placing that block under our hips and our tailbone and bringing our feet up a wall so that the blood can drain from our feet into our abdominal space. Couple rounds of breath here. One more deep breath here. Feeling it fill your stomach and your chest. And releasing it. Bring those feet back down to the mat. Lift those hips to remove the block. Excellent. Reach for the outside edges of your feet with bent knees for happy baby, or you can grab around those big toes here. Maybe you sway side to side. Maybe you extend one leg long and then the other. Do what you need here. You're the happiest baby. Couple rounds of breath here. Work through your lower back. Do what you need. Excellent. Bring both knees into your chest. We're going to squeeze ourselves into the tiniest little ball we can, including our face, all our little intrinsic muscles. Squeeze, 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 and release it long. Relax everything. Relax your face. Take anything else you need before we find our final resting pose, Shavasana. Shavasana, we're going to have our hands by our sides. If you'd like to place a blanket under your head or on top of you to add to the Zen, please do. In Shavasana, if you'd like to receive energy, have your palms facing towards the ceiling. If you'd like to focus on a little more grounding here, face your palms towards the ground. Fully relax. Close your eyes. Relax the muscle in between your eyebrows. Relax your face. Relax your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Come back to your intention. Come back to your breath. What color is your breath as it enters and exits your body? Feel it coursing through your veins. Feel all of your limbs melting towards the ground. Everything is relaxed. There are no expectations for you right now. Begin to deepen your breaths. Fill up your stomach and heart space. Feel the divine light shining from inside of you. Feel it fill up your whole body. Maybe it extends past your physical body. Maybe it takes up this whole room. Start to add some movement to your fingers and toes. With a soft gaze or your eyes closed, pick your favorite side and roll over into fetal position. Shavasana, or corpse pose, represents the end of one cycle, the end of one life. That's why it's called corpse pose. This position, fetal position, is what we were in the womb. It represents new life, new beginnings, the start of something fresh. Allow yourself to start fresh. Keep your gaze soft and push yourself up into a seated position of your choice. I like to finish each class with a couple cleansing breaths. I like to exhale audibly through my mouth. If you'd like to join me in this, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm going to inhale through my nose and exhale through my mouth. Inhale through my nose. Exhale through my mouth. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. The divine light in me recognizes the divine in you. Thank you for coming to class today. Namaste. Thank you, guys. If you wouldn't mind wiping off your mats and putting your props back where you found them, that'd be super awesome. There's spray back there, and I'm also going to go grab some wet wipes from out in the gym area. So thank you, guys. Thank you. I hope you liked it.